Today we are going to be trying on a bunch of eyeshadows and just like a full face of makeup with stuff I got at the drugstore. So there is only, I think, one thing in here that was a little bit more expensive. It was the mascara, it was the Clinique one. So yeah, this is all basically drugstore except for that mascara. But yes, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit the little bell notification if you want to see more types of videos from me. But yeah, let's get this video started. Okay, and I do just have my mirror right here. I know it's kind of in the way, but you can still see, but I do need to see how I do my own makeup. So yeah. Okay, so I'm starting off with two primers. I have the new Wet n Wild Jelly primer that they just came out with, and then I did finally get my hands on the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. So I'm going to go with the Jelly Primer first and then just use the Poreless one to fill in wherever I need. So the Jelly one is like pretty clear, but this like metal thing around it has been giving me trouble on getting it off, so there's that. But that's what it looks like once you dig your finger into it. Okay, and then I'm going to go in with the Poreless Primer. I have used this once before, but that's just kind of what it looks like. I don't do the thing where you like dig out a chunk. I just kind of swirl my finger in here and get a little product at a time and then push it in. That way I don't have to do anything else with it. Okay, and then while the primer's sitting, I like to do my eye makeup. That way if there's any fallout, I can always wipe it away. So I'm going to prime with my MAC Paint Pot in Soft Ochre. Okay, and then I got two eyeshadow palettes. I got the Profusion Wanderlust palette that they just came out with, or like redid or something. And then I have the Essence I Got This. I just saw this one. This one's the Rock Look. They have like a natural and they have like something else, but these colors speak more to me. I have used two of them because I wanted to try to use most of these products before this, so I can kind of give like a real kind of review thing. So we are using these today, but I have used most of these products. So I like to go in with the shade Get Natural, which is just the just regular kind of skin looking shade, neutral nude one, and I'll set my primer with that. And I've only used this one twice and this one twice, that way I can kind of get like a good feel with the different kind of colors. But today I'm going to be going with a like purple look because that's what I usually go for. So we'll probably be going in with this purple color over here, and this one doesn't really have a lot of like nude-ish shades, so I'll just go in with the shade Get Fancy, which is kind of like an orangey nude, and just put that in the crease. It's kind of like a orangey pink color, and I'll just use that as a transition for the other colors that I'll be using. I really like these. I think they last really long as an eyeshadow, and they are a little like flaky, but if you use like a good primer or like wet your brush, that's what I mean, like if you wet your brush with the shadows on it and then put it on, it'll be really nice. They are really shiny and I think they last really long. They last all day, and I've gotten a bunch of compliments when I wear these eyeshadows, so you don't really need to go out and buy those expensive eyeshadows when this $10 e.l.f. palette is just as good as some high-end eyeshadows that I have. Okay, so I'm going to go into the Profusion Wanderlust palette. I'm going to be using the like purpley shades over here, the matte ones. So I'll be going in with Go Girl, which is this kind of burgundy pink color. And I'm just going to put a little bit of this one on because I mainly want it to be purple and not pink. And I did get a new brush that I want to try out. It's a crease brush from e.l.f. I got it when I ordered the primer putty thing online. So we're gonna go in with Regal, which is the middle purple shade. So this is a nice crease brush. It is mainly just for the crease, so I really would just use it for more of the darker colors. So I'm going to use that on a different shade that's going to be in this palette, but for now I'm just going to take a different kind of wider fluffy brush and get more of that purple because I want to bring it up more than what the e.l.f. brush is putting just in my crease. Okay, now that the purple is on the lid, I'm going to go back in with that Wet n Wild brush and get more of that pink Go Girl shade and just kind of blend out the edges of the purple more into towards the top of the brow bone. Okay, now using the e.l.f. crease brush, I'm going to go in with Retro, which is like a bluish kind of dark purple, and I'm going to put that straight into the crease. So like this crease brush works really good with the actual crease, and I wouldn't say it's good for like blending shades in between, but if you just want to pack on the color into the crease and blend it out so it looks seamless, this brush is actually pretty soft and nice to use for that. I think it was like $3-ish online. So okay, so that is that for like the crease area. I'm going to take that crease brush and go mix Regal and Retro and just kind of put some on the outer corner of the eye. I really like this palette. I think these mattes blend like a dream, and then these more shiny shades, they are flaky, but again, if you just use a wet brush and pack it on and kind of do that, they are really shiny, and I get a bunch of compliments when I wear this one too. So yeah. Okay, and since I actually want to use the Essence one again, I'm going to go in with the shade Catch Me, which is a purple color, and I'll just kind of put that on the outer corners of the eye, and then go in with Gravity, which is the nice lighter purple, and put that more on the inner corner. That way I can use both palettes. And so literally if you just spray the shades with some MAC Fix Plus or even just a setting spray, they go on really nicely and they're super shiny. Like you can see how nice this is blending in. Okay, that is the purple shade from the Essence palette. I think it looks really nice. You can see that there is fallout on the palette, but a little fallout doesn't matter if the eyeshadow is nice. So then we're going to go in with the shade Gravity and put that more on the inner corner of the eyes. And there is a bunch of fallout on both of these palettes. For the shiny shades, you're just going to have to know that. But the shades, when you put them on, look great. It has that kind of shift in it that's kind of like a opalescent kind of color. And that is the purple shades on my eye. And I actually did get something else. This is from Ulta, and it's kind of like a glitter, they call it a glitter cream eyeshadow, but it's kind of just like a liquid glitter. And I am just going to tap some on my eye, just like that, and then I'll blend it out with a different brush and kind of put that on top of these eyeshadows, because it's kind of like a kind of glitter-ish topper. And with those eyeshadows underneath and then the topper on top, obviously, it just gives it this more like opalescent kind of color. So yeah, that's what I've been doing with this Ulta Cream shadow, because they don't stay very well without a glitter primer, but if you put them on top of these wet eyeshadow shades on your eye, they stay pretty nice. Or you could just use them on their own as like a glitter and just kind of build them up a little bit more. So yeah, that is how the eyes look. I really like purple shades. That's usually what I wear every day. So these have really nice purple eyeshadows. I know getting matte purples are really hard to like blend and stuff, but this makes it 10 times easier. Okay, and that is why I do eyeshadow first before primer, or I guess before foundation, just because there is a little fallout here. So literally all you could do is either take more primer, which I like to do, and kind of blend it away a little bit while adding a little bit more primer. Like, it's fine. And that helps to kind of blend out away the eyeshadow that was on. Okay, so now that the eyes are pretty much done, I'm going to zoom back out and we're going to do foundation. Okay, so I had to kind of clean my sponge. I forgot. So I have two foundations. I have the NYX Can't Stop, Won't Stop foundation, and I have the new CoverGirl Outlast Active. So I have used both of these. They're both pretty decent. This one lasts a lot longer, probably because it's active, so I have used it at the gym and that sort of thing, and it still looks nice after. The Can't Stop, Won't Stop one, I did get it on sale, so it was $15. I got it for $7.50 because Walmart was kind of redoing their shelving and just kind of was trying to get anything on sale that they don't want to put there anymore. So yeah, I got that one on clearance. I got my shade in Buff. That was the only shade I could find that was similar. So this is a little bit too orange. It's definitely a good summer shade for me, but we are going to use the CoverGirl Outlast Active today, just because there's already a lot of reviews on that one. So I will just use this one. I haven't really heard anyone talk about this yet. I have the shade 832, and it does have an SPF of 20, so definitely good for summer as well, but the shade is a little bit lighter on me than the NYX one. I would say the coverage is about medium, so like over here where I have the acne, it does cover up pretty nicely, and it does cover up like my red spots and stuff, or I guess like my uneven skin kind of, but you can still see it a lot, not a lot, but you can still see the bumps and the red a little bit. So yeah, this is about a medium coverage foundation, not, definitely not a full coverage. So I'll be going in with the L'Oreal Infallible Full Wear concealer. A lot of people have been talking about the e.l.f. Camouflage one, but I haven't really heard anyone really bring this up. Only a couple people have done like a review on it. So we're gonna go in with that. I really like it. I have a bunch of shades to choose from, and it's definitely full coverage. I don't need to have like a color corrector under my eye like I usually do for my concealers, which, I mean, even for this one I usually put a color corrector under anyway, just to make sure, but today I'm not going to. Okay, and the next thing has definitely been out for a while, but it's the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder, and my shade is 10 because I think it was like shade 20 was just like way too dark, so I didn't get that one. So I'm going to just use this all over the face. I'm going to press it in with a sponge under my eye, and then use like the butt of the foundation sponge, whatever, to put the rest of it all over my face. I really like this powder. I don't think it is really too different from my, what is it called? The Coty Airspun. So that one is a bit, I think they're both about the same price actually, but yeah, this one just doesn't have that really heavy fragrance on it. So I think both of these powders are pretty nice. I don't really see much of a difference though between those two. Since everyone was raving about this a long time ago, I don't think it makes a difference too much on like longevity of my makeup or anything like that. So okay, now that my face is kind of blended out and that sort of thing, I'm going in with the brush that I put that like nude shade on, and I'm just gonna kind of blend out this eyeshadow. That way it's not like this stark line on my face. And then I'll take a kind of clean blending brush and kind of blend the color in a little bit after taking that nude shade. That way it still like goes out, but it doesn't have like that pointy, like triangle looking look. Okay, so I'm gonna do blush and bronzer off camera, and then I do have a highlight to show, but I don't have any new bronzer blushes because I don't really want to buy them anymore because I have so much. Okay, so I had gotten a sample size of the Milani Afterglow Strobe Light kind of highlight, and to kind of tie everything in together, I am going to put this on the inner corner of my eye as well, and my brow bone, because I like usually for my highlight and that sort of stuff to match. So I think this highlight is pretty good. It's not like super soft, but it definitely looks nice on the skin. It's more of the kind of glittery kind of highlight, so it's not super, I guess, soft and natural looking. So it's definitely not one of those, but it's also not like blinding. So it's kind of like a nice in between, maybe like a starter highlighter for people who definitely want to give their skin a glow, but not like too intense. Okay, then I'm going to set my face with the Wet n Wild Coconut 3-in-1 Primer Water. So it says prep, set, and refresh. So I'm going to do that. I think this smells really nice. I think it is a bit expensive though, because you get 1.52 ounces for $5. Okay, and now we are going to do the lower lash line. I'm going to take the Wanderlust palette. They used to have double-ended brushes, and now they just kind of have like this generic fluffy brush, but the brushes are still nice. So I'm going to mix Regal and Retro again, and just put those two colors kind of under the eye. And that is that. And now I'm going to use, I know this isn't Drugstore, but I did get it as like a sample. So it's the Clinique Chubby Lash Fattening Mascara. I thought this was one of the mascaras that I used to love in high school, but that is kind of like the regular black bottle from Clinique. I don't remember what it's called, but I'll like put a picture up. I used to use that one every day in high school, but it was kind of expensive for high school. I don't know why or how I could afford it, really. I guess I knew how I could afford it. I was working full-time, but yeah, I thought this was the same thing, so I was like saving it for when I really wanted to use it. But yeah, I didn't want to do like a full-on mascara Monday kind of thing, but I thought it'd be good just to use it in this video. Okay, I had to go find it because I knew I bought a Drugstore lipstick. This is the Milani Matte Satin, and I have the shade I have the shade number 1 in Lavish, so it's kind of like a nudish, definitely a nude color, and it's definitely a liquid lipstick, but we're gonna just put this on. Okay, this is the liquid lipstick on. It does kind of make your lips look a little wrinkly, but it's definitely a nice kind of nudish color, so I definitely like that, and it does stay on a long time. I had like noodles once, and not like noodles the company, I had like spaghetti, and it was like an Alfredo sauce at Red Lobster with this one on, and it still looked really nice after. So this is the finished look with everything that I have got at Ulta, Walmart, Sephora, not Sephora, Sephora doesn't sell Drugstore, Walmart, Ulta, and then there was Walgreens, and yeah, so, oh, and Target, because the Profusion palette came from Target because it's no longer being sold at Walmart. So if you want to find the Profusion line, it's definitely in Target. I really like them. Their liquid lipsticks are great. All of their eyeshadow palettes that I've used and that my friends have used, they all love those. I know a bunch of people like their face makeup, like bronzers and blushes and such. So definitely check out them. And they're pretty cheap. I think the palette was like 10 bucks. So yeah, so I do have an idea for this channel. I want to do more kind of like fitness and makeup, kind of like lifestyle stuff, because I have been trying to lose a little weight, I guess a lot of weight, but Yeah, so I've only lost a little bit so far, but just kind of show you guys what I've been doing and kind of like tips that I found out or that kind of stuff. So let me know if you guys are interested in that sort of thing. I do want to do a little bit more lifestyle videos and kind of definitely when it gets warmer outside and not like blizzarding, show you places like hikes and stuff that you can do in this sort of area, and yeah, just kind of show that kind of stuff. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and kind of like my little rants and such, but all this makeup that I used is pretty nice. There actually wasn't anything that I didn't like when using this. So yeah, the Drugstore has definitely been coming out with a lot of great stuff, and I don't think you need to pay a lot of money to achieve a really nice like makeup look, because no one would really know if I used the Anastasia and like Norvina palette, like the purple one, or if I would have used Essence eyeshadows getting this look. Like no one really knows anymore because Drugstore makeup is so good. So yeah, I will see you guys in my next video.